Yo, DJ!
Are you done mixing yet?
You're deep. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Moseby St, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Yo, DJ!
Are you done mixing yet?
You're deep.
EQ la old school, la Sam. Chick. Look. Black Sun. Too easy. Gotta keep it pimpin'. Look. Chick. Drop a deuce in my armor palmer. Now I'm moving slow like your mama's mama. Vega full of that marijuana. I'm in full effect, it's no cause for drama. Presidential, my weed, man. You think my kush, man, was Barack Obama. Swing around, niggas flag me down. I need a couple grands when they see my Honda. Been there and then done that. Kick a flow, you can't run back. Crown Royal, my cognac. Fucked up and I'm on it. Disapprove of my tennis shoes. Now I pick and choose like it's win or lose. Want them J's, I'ma go online. I don't wait in line, I ain't the type of dude. Dress fresh like Steve Harvey, rolling Bob Marley, watching Family Feud. Reading a book on Marcus Garvey, might tell you something that you never knew. Fuck the judge in McLennan County, 31 weeks, I had the county blues. Shout out to my Uncle Bubba, had the box Caprice and it was candy blue. The other week I saw a blue Ferrari, was a white boy, drove right by me. Told myself when my album drop, I swear the whole world gon' know about me. 25 from the east side and got my mindset on the red Audi. Dropping paper like Waco trips, where my Waco niggas gon' read about it. Been there and then done that. Kick a flow, you can't run back. Crown royal, my cognac. Fucked up and I'm on it. Oh yeah. Disapprove of my pimpin' moves, now I pick and choose like it's win or lose. Bad bitch, she on me. Fucked up and I'm on it. Say I been there, I done that. Kick a flow, you can't run back. Crown royal, my cognac. Fucked up and I'm on it. Oh yeah. Disapprove of my pimpin' moves, now I pick and choose like it's win or lose. Bad bitch, she on me. Fucked up and I'm on it. I done been there and I done this shit. I done been there and I done this shit. I done been there and I done this shit. I done been there and I done it. On 35 and this 420, fresh out of jail, about to roll a L. First blunt of the fucking day and it's 10 o'clock and I'm mad as hell. Got work at midnight, so I ignite and I take sail. Can't survive off what I scribe, and my government job, it pays well. On the highway in an old mood, jamming old school. I'm just an old dude in a young body. Finna knock down this little young hottie, cooking soul food. I'm so smooth. Silk drawers couldn't fuck with me. She blowin' my pop, but I'm sucker free. You paying for the drop, but I fuck for free. Lucky me. Been there and then done that. Kick a flow, you can't run back. Crown royal, my cognac. Fucked up and I'm on it. Oh yeah. Disapprove of my pimpin' moves, now I pick and choose like it's win or lose. Bad bitch, she on me. Fucked up and I'm on it. Say I been there and then done that. Kick a flow, you can't run back. Crown royal, my cognac. Fucked up and I'm on it. Oh yeah. Disapprove of my pimpin' moves, now I pick and choose like it's win or lose. Bad bitch, she on me. Fucked up and I'm on it. I done been there and I done this shit. I done been there and I done this shit. I done been there and I done this shit. I done been there and I done this shit.
You're gonna dig this.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Woo! Man, listen, we back. First and foremost, I want to shout out to everybody who went and who watched me with the Casey Terrio interview with the White Tiger. Absolutely amazing. I'm telling you. All right, listen, you know what time it is. I done got the icing. I done got the knife. We about to get into it. It's the middle of the week. Ain't no finals on. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got nothing better to do than to have me on your big screen, you know, sitting down, listening to what this fool gonna say next. That's what you're waiting for, right? That's what you're waiting for. But first, before I give you what you want, let me get to some announcements. You know, I'm like the church. I'm like the church lady. The church announcements. We gonna get into them. All right. So quickly, Alcorn grad and Green Bay wide receiver Chris Blair is gonna be on the show tomorrow. I told you my double header is serious. It's serious. Who's who with me? Who with me? Nobody. Keepers of the culture. Who says who? Man, listen, my swag hours might not be that high, but baby, I gets them boys. You better check my dental records, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shoot. Shout out to It's Mitch TV. His birthday's tomorrow. Give some of that ice. Let's shout out. How old are you turning, Mitch? Shout out to you, my guy. Shout out. Let me. Another day on this planet, my guy. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me drop a bomb. Drop some bombs for Mitch's birthday tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Drop some bombs for my man. We in there. All right. So, like I said, Alcorn grad, Green Bay receiver Chris Blair's on the show tomorrow at 7:30. Don't miss it. Doubleheader series. Now, Friday. My interview on Friday is a special guest. I ain't gonna drop it until Friday. If I told you right now, it would break the internet. If I told you who I had on Friday, you would literally be like, Scotty, how? When I drop it, I'm probably gonna tell you after the Chris Blair interview. So if you don't watch the Chris Blair interview, you ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna say until the last bit of the interview who I got on Friday. And when I tell you who I got Friday, you're gonna be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. That's exactly what you're gonna say on Friday after Thursday afternoon. I'm serious. I'm serious. You not ready when I tell you who I got on Friday? I'm telling you, it's gonna break the freaking internet. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! If you want to guess, you can go ahead and guess. I might tell you if you guess it right, but I doubt it. But but listen, it's real. It's real. Listen, I'm telling you, if you got plans to do something on Friday, just keep your phone near you. All right, you know. If you got a family reunion, if you got a wedding, even if you're getting married, just have one of your groomsmen hold the phone for you and say, yo, Scotty got somebody on Friday you do not want to miss. I promise you. Listen, I don't make too many promises, but I'm telling you now, you do not want to miss this interview on Friday. It's going to break the internet. Listen, Blue Blessed, I think you told me, but I'm canceling my whole day. Get Maynard and Deion on the round table. Deion is back. Listen. Y'all, I'm telling you, I don't miss. I don't miss. Ask my girl if I miss. Oh, my God. All right, so real quick. Yes, Shad, it's a Jackson State video, and we about to get into it right about now. All right, but just want to make sure you guys clear your phone. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Friday is going down. You ain't going to want to miss it. All right, now, real quick, let me give a snippet of what I'm talking about today, because if you're in any of these group chats that like the SWAT groups or anything like that, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about right now. All right, let's get it. Scotty here on OFFScript, and I got the.
And that's all I got to do.
Mm-hmm. Now, you switching from FAU to come to Jackson State. On top of your dad coming here, how much did you want to change the culture at HBCUs? All right, listen. The question was, how much did you want to change the culture at HBCUs? All right, listen closely.
Oh, it's a big thing. That's why you see all these big recruits coming to HBCUs, not even just our schools, to other schools.
He said, that's why you see all these big names coming to the schools, not just our school, all schools.
We the one that started it, though.
We're the one that started it.
So, like, best believe why you see all these Power 5 players coming to HBCU is because we started it.
Now, I want to be very clear because a lot of people went in on Shedeur when he said this comment. Now, I want to be very clear because I have a committee. All right. I keep a very close, it's about 3 people, my girl, and it's about 3 other people that are in my conscience committee. All right. Now, one of my conscience committee members said something to me that was very profound. I'm not even going to take credit for it because that's not how I get down. If I how do I say? If I get a revelation by somebody else, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Kenny. Kenny from Savannah. You already know who you are. You part of the conscious committee. You already know what it is. And when he said this statement, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's a bar, right? He said this. He said, you have to change the way you look at it, right? Before Deion got there, it was Power 5 players were coming down because they couldn't cut it. Now, when Power 5s come in now, it's because they want to change the culture. He said, I'm going to say it again for the people who are slow, all right? He said, you have to change the way you view it, right? Because before, when they came in, and a Power 5 player would come down, it was because he couldn't hack it, or Southern or Alcorn or whatever was the only thing they had. All right. So that was the only opportunity they had. It was the only, so they just took what they could get. Now, when Power 5 players, 3 stars, 4 stars are coming to Jackson State, it's because they want to change something. It's because they want to start something new. It's because that they want to leave a legacy behind. They want to bring something up. All right. Not that I'm coming down to the level of whatever I think I'm going to. It's because I'm bringing it up now. Now I want to come up. I want Jackson State to be looked at this. I want, Southern to be looked at it like this. I want Alabama A&M to be looked at like this. Come on, man. And if you can't see that, that means you're blind. Listen, it was irrelevant. He also said this. He said it was irrelevant when Power 5 players went down to went down to SWAC schools because nobody cared. Nobody cared. Now all eyes are on Deion, all eyes are on the SWAC, and people care now. People care about who is transferring into here and who's going here and who's going there. That's the Deion and Shedeur Sanders effect. And now, listen, I keep it all the way a buck. I don't care if it was Shedeur. I don't care if it was Akil. I don't care if it's Quincy. And, I'm riding with a lot of bandwagons at this point. But I need to be very clear. When I say this. Deion made the SWAC relevant outside of the block. I'm going to say that again. Deion Sanders made the SWAC relevant outside of the block, right? So all the old heads who was on the block, all the grandmas, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins that were living on SWAC Lane, SWAC Avenue, they already knew what the SWAC was. So when Power 5 players were coming in, who cared? Only the people on the same block. Only on the people on the same street cared. But now, when Deion is going out and grabbing all these Dejon Warrens, Trevante Ruckers, Quadarius from the receivers, Aubrey Millers, they're getting names put because now Deion's just not going out there to get scrubs. He's going out to get players to elevate Jackson State. So what is the narrative now? Oh, these power players want to come in and change Jackson State. These power players want to come in and change the culture, not because they couldn't hack it. No, of course they could hack it. But now they're deciding to rock with Deion. Now they're deciding to come to Jackson State. Come on, man. Let's If you can't see that, I really don't know what you're talking about. So all these old heads who all in, oh, Shedeur don't know what he's talking about. Oh, Shedeur don't know this. Deion don't know this. It's not about that. It's not about that. You're missing the bigger picture. Nobody cared. I don't care if you got 3 running backs from Auburn. Nobody cared. I don't care if you got somebody from University of Maryland. Nobody cared. Nobody did. Just the people on the block. So, and yeah, you too, Shad, because you a JSU rider too, but at the same time, that's what it was. It's a fact. It's a bold-faced fact. What's up, caller? You live. Talk to me.
What's hello?
What's your name? Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Sherrod, Richmond, Virginia.
All right, talk to me, Sherrod.
Well, I want to. You talked to me yesterday. Let's talk about the Batman and shit. Yeah, I'm still smoking on Batman parents. Just want to let you know that first and foremost. But yeah, I'm 20 years old. I don't really watch college football. I started watching it. Like the once the national championship and the playoffs start. I'm 20. I like JSU. I ain't even never heard of the swag. That's why when you say like Deion Sanders bought ass to the swag, I feel what you're saying. Cause I ask people around me that's around my age, nobody even heard about the swag life. So I feel what you're saying when you say Deion Sanders bought ass to the swag. Cause I never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Didn't hear it a day in his life, and that wasn't coming from me.
I swear to God. I asked all my friends, like, I'm trying to get a ticket to go to the Jackson State, the first jump. Like, I'm a bandwagon just like you, and like, I ain't never heard of swag. I swear to God, never.
I know you from Virginia. I swear to God. I can hear it in your accent. Boy, you funny. Hey, appreciate the call, Shad.
Already.
All right, man. That's funny. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, this is Jay from Atlanta. I just want to let you know, for these people that's talking about Shedeur is going to be as good as or better than that boy Trevor Lawrence that was at Clemson. You know, the question keeps coming up, why are these kids now coming to the HBCUs? You got to remember, these kids are waking up. You know, what does it mean to go and play for the University of Minnesota and then they choke you out on national TV 2 hours after the game? You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Most of these white people who are at these Power 5 conferences, when they see these black athletes, they look at them just like you look at a horse at the Kentucky Derby, you know? So it's about time for them to come home. It's time for us to wake up and come and, build our own schools. That was a time you couldn't even go on the campus of the University of Alabama and the University of Florida and the University of Georgia. But then they brought you in to make them rich, and that's what you did. You were a slave to them in an athletic platform. So it's time for these guys to come back home. But now let me just say this. I think everybody needs to look at this Bethune-Cookman situation. Now, everybody applauded when they hired Reggie Theus as the basketball coach, because I think he'll do wonders for the program. But then to make him AD, this guy don't know nothing about the swag. He don't know nothing about being the athletic director at Bethune-Cookman. And so my thing is, Bethune, if y'all having money, this is a D2 move y'all just made. Listen, the days of having having a coach as the athletic director, that was in the 60s and the 70s. This is 2021. Get with the program. Okay?
What kind of shit is that?
I'm going to be honest with you. There's only one problem with that Bethune-Cookman football program, and it's that head coach, Terry Sims. He is not a championship coach. Listen, thank you, and y'all have a good night.
All right, Mr. Ford. You too. Hey, listen. Thanks, man. This is what I'm saying. All right. First of all, you're not going to come from Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford, it's his opinion. Do I agree with Shedeur being Trevor Lawrence? No. He needs to be looking at Casey. If he can even be what Casey was, that's a win. And let's not disrespect Casey's stats like they couldn't have gone to any FBS school and turned it up. You feel what I'm saying? So let's keep it a whole buck. All right, let's keep it a whole buck right now. Hey, I'm gonna play a clip of what we're talking about right now, so you guys can get whoever's coming in late. Let me bring it up.
All these big recruits coming.
We're talking about the interview that I did. I asked him how much did he want to change the culture at HBCUs, and this is what he said. At HBCUs.
Oh, it's a big thing. That's why you see all these big recruits coming to HBCUs. Not even just our schools, to other schools. We the one that started it though. So like, best believe why you see all these Power 5 players coming to HBCU is because we started.
Now, that's what he said, and I have to give credit. Listen, I know I came hard at. I can't even say that long name. I'm gonna just say Legion. I came hard on Legion. And Legion, I know you're probably still watching. I came hard on you about the Alabama and JSU being the game of the year. Didn't understand it, but I do respect the video you did about this incident, and that's what made me go live. So I have to give you credit for that one. And I 100% agree with what you said about the people in the comments. They took it too seriously. They're haters, whatever. But when I really broke it down and I talked to my conscious committee, shout out to Mr. Kenny, he gave me that bar. Straight up, he gave me that bar. He was like, until Deion came and changed the narrative of how you view transfers coming in and out of schools, anytime a Power 5 player came down to that SWAC, it was a knock. It was a knock. You feel what I'm saying? It was a straight knock. So now with him changing the narrative, now it's like, oh, they're wanting to change the culture. Oh, they're wanting to do this. Oh, they want to do that because of Deion Sanders. Listen, I am the most JSU bandwagon as well as objective JSU fan you ever meet in your life. I told you my SWAC hours ain't that high. But what I would say to this is all the Jackson State haters and all the Deion Sanders haters and all the Shedeur haters, and you can throw me in there if you want to. At the end of the day, when you lay your head down on the pillow and you're a SWAC fan, all you should do is just say thank you, Deion Sanders. Add him in your prayers. Okay? Add him in your prayers. Seriously. Well, when you lay your head down, you talk to God, you say, hey, God, thank you for my house. Thank you for my kids. Thank you for my job. And then you just say, thank you, God, for bringing Deion Sanders to the SWAC. It's that simple. And then you wake up tomorrow and you hate him all over again. But in your prayer closet, just say, hey, thank you, God, for bringing Deion Sanders because we were irrelevant. That's it. And then you can still go hate. All right. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, it's Sean.
What's good? Talk to me.
The DMV, brother. Hey. So
DMV, you good with me?
I am going to, first off, say that Trevor Lawrence was a 5-star. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that he came out with Justin Fields, and Justin Fields was the number 1 quarterback in the class, and Trevor Lawrence was number 2.
That's facts.
If not, it's flip-flop. I can't remember. I'm not fully aware of that. But anyway, moving on. Just to solidify what you're trying to say is basically that nobody really knew outside of SWAC lane what the SWAC was. I'm one of those, right? And I talked to you about this. I've already said, like, you know, when you started covering Jackson State, I'm like, Jackson who? Jacksonville Jaguars? What? So I had no idea, right? And then we started talking about, you know, Deion Sanders and stuff. And listen, I've already told you, I'm watching some SWAC games. I'm watching a bunch of SWAC games this year. But
because why? Why are you watching SWAC games, Sean?
Why am I going to watch a lot of SWAC games this year?
Yeah, tell me why.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, like it opened my eyes to another level of competition, right? You know, you have all these smaller schools that you know I would have never really looked into, and I just love the sport, and I feel like some of these kids going to these HBCU schools have a better motive than some of these Power 5 players. These guys going to Power 5 players, all they're thinking about is, oh, money. And I'm not saying that's what they do think about, but I'm just saying, you know, these kids going to the SWAC and other smaller schools, you know, they might not have gotten the big recruits or whatever, big offers. But I just feel like that the competition and you know, just the games are just, you know, more authentic, I guess is the best way I can say it.
Okay. That's respect. That's respect. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I let's just be honest. You're watching the games because of Deion. Let's be real. That's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't know nothing about the SWAC if it wasn't for Deion Sanders.
Right. 100%. It was a credit to Deion Sanders and OFFScript. All right. Those two combined gave me the powers to watch swag football.
Gave me the power. It's like some
Some
Thundercats.
With the powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Oh my gosh. Well, you stupid. You're stupid. Hey, let me let you go. I got some other callers, man, but appreciate the call.
I got you, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
No
That boy, he said, with powers combined. Hey, caller, you live. Turn your background down.
Let's just be honest. You're watching against the Deion.
Hello?
Yeah, turn your background down.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Malcolm. And I don't know if you're trying to stir up, viewership or whatever, but you're being very disrespectful.
How so, Malcolm?
And I'm right at this point, I'm being very serious because Shedeur, he's 20 years old. So, he's young. He has an excuse. I don't care what, he has to say. But for you to, come out and say Deion this, Deion that, if people who really love HBCUs, that goes beyond the SWAC. There's a lady from, professor from UNC, University of North Carolina, for those who go beyond football. She's going to Howard University because she didn't get her tenure at University of North Carolina.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. You're talking about the lady who did the 1619 project. Come on now, where are we going with
exactly,
this? Where we going with this?
So, and see, the thing about me is, I'm the type of person where and this might be controversial, but most Black people, there are Black people who went to an HBCU. For me, it was the band. It was eyes on the prize, and people who ever seen that in school, eyes on the prize, choosing the right doll.
Malcolm.
That pretty much had a huge impact. And then also Bill Cosby with A Different World.
Malcolm.
So when Black people tell me that they from Maryland or somewhere and they never heard of Grambling State or the SWAC, I'm like, well, damn, like, how are y'all's parents? Like,
whoa, time out. Hey, Malcolm, whoa, man, listen. This is not your soliloquy, my guy. This is a conversation. You going to listen?
My point, Scotty, and this is my last thing. I just want to make a good point.
Go ahead.
How someone can go from UNC, like the woman from North Carolina, now she's at Howard, to that pattern of people coming to an HBCU because things didn't work out at the other school, and then it's you and some of these other people who never went to an HBCU. And now you're going to tell us that, hey, now the SWAC is relevant because of Deion. Deion didn't even go to an HBCU. He would not have went to an HBCU if he didn't get the only thing that bothers me about Deion is the fact that when he had that I Am Athlete interview, he said he had a calling. And to me, when you hear a calling, you usually hear like a spiritual from God or something. But the reason and I was like, that's so disingenuous because he came here because he didn't get hired from another school.
Malcolm.
I don't want no.
Malcolm, listen. You're being listen.
Malcolm. Negroes.
Whoa.
Who say, oh, I'm gonna go to a Black school now because somebody else didn't want me.
Malcolm. Slow your roll. Who pissed in your cornflakes, sir? Listen, this is a discussion, my guy, and you're going on a soliloquy. And if you want to use big words like disingenuous, I can use big words too. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing. I didn't go to Texas Southern, but I can still.
That's not a big word to me.
Okay.
To a school, that wouldn't be. So
that's great, Malcolm. That's great,
Malcolm. You're coming off with this SWAC being relevant because of Deion. Where were you at? That tells me about your mindset if you didn't hear about the SWAC.
Well, listen, I would love to if you would hush and let me talk. You be going here rambling in the most monotone way possible, getting all my views go to sleep. It's already late. My thing is this. First of all, don't come for nobody's parents, right? Because not everybody was entitled to an education. That's first and foremost, right? So some parents might have to go straight to work to support their kids. Some parents might not have got the opportunity to go to a HBCU school or whatever like that. Just because you don't know about the SWAC does not mean they don't respect HBCU schools. That's one. You're getting the two mixed up. My mom went to University of Maryland, but wanted to go to Howard. The only reason she couldn't, because she couldn't take night classes at Howard. Thank you very much. Check yourself on that one. Two, at the end of the day, somebody might know about Howard. Somebody might know about Morgan State. Somebody might know about Bowie State because it's in their region. If you're not in that region, why would I know about SWAC schools like Jackson State, Grambling if I've never heard of them or never been around them? That's another thing. My mom was born in Texas, actually, born in Dallas. She never talked to me about Texas Southern. Doesn't mean she knew about it. If she did, she did. If she didn't, she didn't. But what I'm saying to you, Malcolm, is that if we're talking about straight SWAC football, all right, SWAC football. I'm not talking about the SWAC schools and the educational program. If they're I'm not talking about the aerospace program, nurse pro. I don't give two craps about that. I am talking about football at the current point. And the reason SWAC football is relevant outside of the SWAC avenue, listen to what I'm saying, my guy. Listen very close to what I'm saying. The reason that the SWAC is relevant outside of people who already knew about SWAC is because of Deion Sanders. And if you can't understand that, Malcolm, all the education in the world cannot help you, my guy.
That's the damn lie.
It's not. It's not, Malcolm. It's facts. It's facts.
No, it's not facts. It's not facts. You fail to understand the Orange Blossom Classic, the Southern Heritage Classic. Those would have been sold out whether Deion was there or not.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Why don't you go back and look at before the COVID crisis, which we're still in, it might get worse, and that's why I pray to God that we even have an Orange Blossom. And you heard about the Delta, whatever. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to have positive energy. But whatever the case, the point is, we had when they have those classics. The reason they call it classic because everybody's going to show up for those games.
Hey.
So to say that, it's because of Deion, please.
Malcolm, let me ask you a question.
It's very frustrating because you really just, even people under 30 years old, they still have an appreciation for those games before Deion.
Malcolm. You know why they're called classics? Because they're for the old people who are on the SWAC Avenue. Come on. Gotta go, Malcolm. Thank you. Call again. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Malcolm is just a little misguided.
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from?
I went to Jackson State University. My parents went to HBCUs. And what you're saying is people on the block. And I think that's what he's missing. The people that are on the block, they know about it. The people that don't, they don't. Hashtag nobody cares.
I like that. Hashtag nobody cares.
As a former member of the Sonny Boone of the South myself, I love Jackson State. But outside of the SWAC, I didn't grow up knowing anything about MEAC and some of those other HBCUs, only the ones that were quote unquote popular. But again, outside of the block, no one cared.
Listen, that's all I've been saying. That's all it's cool. Listen, it's cool when people on your block know what we're talking about. Yeah, because you guys are all in cahoots. You all know the history. Right. You all know, especially if your parents, like BJ, when BJ Jones came on, he said that's all he knew because his parents were taking him to games. My mom and my peoples were taking me to Cowboys games. That's why I'm so ingrained in the culture of being a Cowboy. Like, it's what my mom used to tell me growing up. She said, you never blame a kid for what they don't know. You blame the parents because at the end of the day, it's what they're taught. You see what I'm saying? So, or what they're exposed to. So, I'm not blaming anybody, who doesn't know about the SWAC. All I'm saying is Deion.
You're right.
All I'm saying is Deion comes with his own culture. Deion comes with his own fandom. Right. You see what I'm saying? So now he's bringing his fandom to the SWAC, and now people are like, "Oh shoot, what's this?" And that includes white, black, polka dot, yellow stripes, all that.
What I think they're missing is, and not to just toot his horn, but what I think they're missing is the genius of his marketing and his marketing machine that he's always carried with him. And if we compare this to some of those other FCS schools, nobody cared about them either.
Facts.
Until you had a couple of schools there were like the top, which is like North Dakota State, something like that. But some of the rest of these FCS schools, nobody care about them either.
That's facts too. That's facts. That's facts. It is Ohio Valley Conference. What the, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What is that? I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Facts.
The people that are on that block love them to death.
Love
they
them to
probably
death.
Sell out. But nobody else cares. And if they don't get a top name that's representing them, that can market them, nobody will care.
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
I'm not gonna hold you, brother. Just watching the show, man. Love what you bring.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate the call, my guy.
All right.
Yep. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Turn your background down. Talk to me.
OFFScript, what's happening, man?
What's good? Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, man. You know me on Instagram at 8. All right, hold on. Yeah, this is Mike Martin, man. You know me on Instagram as ATL Dream Home, man. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? You the realtor? Hey, shout your business out there while you live out here. Shout your business out.
Hey, man, this is Mike Martin. I'm a realtor in Atlanta. Atlanta Dream Homes. Anybody out there looking to buy a home, hit me up 678-595-1324. But OFFScript, man, you're doing a great job out there. I'm loving your show tonight. It's full of intensity, and I'm loving what they're doing down at JSU. And I'm gonna say this: I didn't go to a HBCU. I'm from New York. I went to a city university. You know, so I understand what you're saying. If you're not on the block like in Brooklyn, then you don't know what's going on the next block. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So Deion is making the block visible, and man, he's doing some incredible stuff down there.
That's a fact. Listen, hey, Deion's making the block hot. That's what Deion's doing. He's making the block hot. Let's get it. Everybody walking up and down the street.
Hot like fire, man. You need a hydrant, man. Look what he's doing with all these recruits, 4-star recruit. Now they rank 54th on 247. That's big time, man. That's
that is
big time.
That is. Hey, man, appreciate the call. Hey, if you're in Atlanta and you're looking for a home, shout out with my man. He's on his Instagram is ATL Dream Home. ATL Dream Home. All right, y'all go check my man out and go give him a shout. Appreciate the call, my guy.
No problem, OFFScript, man. Be blessed.
You too, man.
Now and go give him a shout. Appreciate the call, my guy.
Hey, you live. Talk to me. Turn your background down.
Hello, Stuart here, Oklahoma Marine from Maryland.
Oh, DMV, you good with me, baby? Let's get it.
All right, Malcolm, I guess that was his name. It's not only that Deion is bringing exposure to the SWAC, he's bringing exposure to all the historical black colleges.
Facts.
If you get exposure, and then you get money. When they have these classic football games, yes, they may have been full, but they were full of the fans who already knew about it. Now we're going to see people all over the nation going to get a chance to see it. And that's going to bring in revenue. People going to want to sponsor you and stuff like that. That's what he's doing. He's changing the whole outlook on people who never knew anything about these historical black colleges. It's going to make them want to put some money into it.
Facts. That. Come on, man. Let me drop a bomb for you. That's that DMV education right there. Come on, man. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know.
Yep. So that's all I have to say.
Hey, appreciate the call anytime. Come on, man. Listen, the callers out here are dropping bombs. Y'all get what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, you just call in and talk your mess. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I will happily get with you. Happily.
Dropping bombs. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me. Turn your background down for me.
If you don't understand what I'm saying, I will happily get with you.
All right. How about that? That's good.
Yeah, that's good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Glenn calling from Durham, North Carolina.
Talk to me.
First of all, love your show.
Thank you, sir.
Love what you've been doing, been following you. I'm a product of HBCUs. I graduated from North Carolina Central University, played ball there for 1 season, played 2 seasons at Livingstone College, another small D2 HBCU in Salisbury, North Carolina. So I'm hardcore HBCUs via the MEAC/CIAA culture. Now, I knew about the SWAC and the SIAC because I'm an HBCU athlete. I ran track and played football, and every now and then we would have exhibition games against SIAC or SWAC schools. But I love what Deion is doing. From somebody who's from the community and hardcore HBCUs. Hell, I even worked at my alma mater after I graduated. So I'm hardcore about our schools. I think this is great. I think the problem with a lot of African Americans, we got to get out of this. HBCUs is Black people schools. It's not just schools to people who went there. I think keeping it real, I don't care if you're a Black guy from University of Alabama. Non-Black people want to still associate you with Alabama A&M or Alabama State. You could graduate from Clemson. White people are still going to associate you with South Carolina State. So they are still our schools. And it's more than one way to support an HBCU. Attending the school as a student is only one way. Playing in the school as an athlete is one way. What Deion is doing is showing other people another way to support HBCUs. That's still Deion's school. You know, he went to Florida State. Jackson State is still his school.
Facts.
Because he is putting his time and energy and bringing his resources to build his school. You know, he don't owe Jackson anything. He don't owe HBCUs anything.
That's a bar.
He is doing this for our people because he sees HBCUs as an extension of Black culture, as an extension of Black people, which it is. Unfortunately, since integration, when a lot of our good athletes started going to the PWIs, then it started becoming, oh, that's not a part of me. No, brother, it's still a part of you. Do your thing, go to what's best for you, but HBCU is still home. I love what he's doing, and I hope he stays there for at least 5 seasons. If we get 5 consistent recruiting classes, we're gonna give North Dakota State a run for their money, if not sooner. I think the world I think American college football need to see that. If we can get 5 good seasons from him, even if he leave after that, I just need 5 good straight seasons, and we get more opportunities like Eddie George and more Power 5 and transfers and more high recruited high school players coming to the schools. I think it's going to be a great thing because one thing for sure, and I'm not going to make it too long.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Those schools' athletic programs didn't get wealthy until our players went there. The money is going to follow the talent. Money, I don't care what you are. Money is going to follow the talent. Let's just keep it real.
Let's talk about it.
Alabama played Clemson with 11 white guys versus 11 white guys, ain't nobody watching that game. And I'm not being racial. I'm just being real. Let's just keep it real. If Duke University was all white versus UNC Chapel Hill all white, nobody's watching that game.
Oh my God,
but
this is facts.
If all of University of Alabama's Black players was playing at Alabama State and Alabama A&M, and all of Ole Miss and Mississippi State players were playing at Jackson and Mississippi Valley, the money is going to Nike is going to follow with the talent.
Facts.
The money always follows the talent.
Facts.
So those locker rooms that we see they got, that comes from the play on the field, filling up 100,000 people come to see it. And this is the crazy thing. This is the last thing I promise. If all of the talent at Alabama with Alabama State, you're going to see more white folks at that game than Black people. Because the people want to go see the best talent. And not only that,
you preaching.
White players don't want to start going to HBCUs. Because one thing about athletes, this ain't got to do with a race. Athletes going to always want to play where the best talent is at. That's just something we want to be where the competition is.
Facts.
So if all the black top athletes go to HBCUs, guess where white top athletes going to want to go? They're going to want to go to PWIs.
HBCUs.
Because they're going to feel like they are not getting challenged. They're going to want to go where the challenge is at. And so in conclusion, I love what he's doing. And that's coming from a brother from a MEAC, CIAA school, Livingstone, FCCU. I love all my HBCUs. And I hope we get more of our people supporting the school. You don't got to be an alumnus of an HBCU to support. Because whether you like it or not, the last frontier of Black-owned institutions is churches and HBCUs.
Come on. You are more than welcome to call back, sir. More than welcome to always call back. Appreciate the call, my guy.
You keep doing what you're doing, man. I love what you're doing, brother.
Yes, sir. Listen, that was straight bars. When you drop that many, I need bang, bang, just like that. Just like that. If you don't know, it's kind of like a rap thing. If you don't know, let me do it one more time. Bang, bang, just like that. Anyway, but I have videos. I'm telling you, I have videos talking about, the same thing Mr. Grant was talking about, and simply saying, if you move the talent from Alabama to Alabama State, if you move the talent from Ole Miss to Jackson State, there is no Ole Miss. There is no Alabama. I've said this numerous of times. I said Alabama is not all because of Nick Saban. You feel what I'm saying? It's not. It's when you get the top black players, I hope you can coach them to do something. I hope you can do. Listen, Ray Charles can see that you need to coach. You don't need to do too much to get these boys to win. This is Malcolm, guys. You can exploit the culture to profit yourself. All right. So we got an HBCU stay with our own people. Let me see what I got. Off script, please report to Shedeur's offer to see his new weapons and wall of defense. Swag fan. Corey, that's a good one. I got to give you that. All right. Hey, Tank, what's good? Talk to me.
Man, that dude was spitting out. You gonna get this work. That's what he said. You gonna get this work, and he handed it out. I appreciate that. As you know, went to Jackson State. It's all I ever knew from a small town in southern Mississippi, Law, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like literally 30 minutes away from USM. Growing up, I never went to a USM. I never desired to go to a USM game.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole life, I was given and force-fed SWAC football, black college football, black everything. So that's what I know. And for me, the thing that baffles me is when you get somebody and you run across them and you all may run in a certain circle or whatever, and you guys are friends and they pro-black, and yeah, we got to get out of this and we got to do that. And yeah, what about sending your kids to an HBCU? Oh, no, they ain't doing all that. Or it be the same person, and then they all pro-black, and we got to lift ourselves up, and we got to each one teach one.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can't wait until the season starts, and it's roll tide. Like, bro, hold on. Like, who side you on? And like he said, like, integration really fucked us up. But as you can see, with Deion coming, yeah, Deion brought it, and it's raising the tide for all ships. He's the reason why everybody else knows what's going on under the umbrella of the SWAC now.
Mm-hmm.
It's no other reason. I mean, when he came, that's when you guys came too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the YouTubers and everything. We're appreciative of all of that because it's giving us exposure. That's primarily what it is. And kids growing up nowadays, the generation before them probably didn't know anything about HBCUs. And now with Deion being there, they're going to know about all of them.
Yeah.
So now they're going to have options and everything. And I love to see that. Anything that's uplifting and bringing attention to black people that's positive and pushing the culture forward, I'm all for it. But that's that. I don't got much more to say on it, Scotty, but I do appreciate, him coming and giving us the exposure. But at the same time, we've always, like, with us being under the umbrella, we always knew that we, was quote unquote living in Wakanda or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was always a good time, J.J. Evans or whatever. So we was always there, at the games and everything. It was always good. But yeah, keep the good callers calling. I just had to call and give that man his props because he hit a whole bunch of home runs on that one.
Hey, appreciate it, Tank. Tell your wife I said what's up, my guy.
Right on, bro.
All right, man. Peace. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, turn your background down for me, and you're good to go. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Dr. Lindsay. I'm calling from the HEL. That's where I live at. I'm actually on the road right now.
All right, talk to me, Dr. Lindsay.
Man, first of all, man, I just want to give shouts out to you, man, because like I said, I didn't know who you were. And then I hear all these things about Jackson State and the things that Deion is doing. And then you just start popping up on YouTube all over the place. So I had to subscribe to you.
Appreciate it.
Man, you keep all the news real. You keep us close. You keep us up to date with what's going on. So I want to give you your flowers and your roses while you living, bro.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I do it for you guys. I love the fan interaction. I love to talk to you guys. So what's good, Dr. Lindsay?
Let's get straight to some bottom line. Like I said, people don't understand the magnitude of what Deion did when he chose to come to Jackson State. They think it was just some hype and some rah-rah, but he knew what was happening in regular NCAA, man. They stealing our players, all these millions of dollars that they're making off of us, and they can't, and none of the players are able to make money off of themselves. So now, you know, he said, I'm going to go to a black school. I'm about to bring the culture back to black schools. Let people know black schools are beautiful, and our talent needs to stay with our schools. And he's slowly doing it. Now, he did inherit some players that was with that team before he got there. But when he got coming in from his crop, you're going to see a total difference in understanding next year. But when it's going to be so good, it's going to be good for all the HBCUs. Like you see with Eddie George, now he's a coach over there. It's going to be players coming from all over the place, coming to HBCUs. And like the caller said before, the money is going to start coming to the HBCUs. I'm talking the multi-million-dollar endorsement deal. So now we can build those multi-million-dollar weightlifting or sports facilities that we need to attract players back to our HBCUs. And
That's
not
real.
only that, we're able to use our own likeness and images to make money. Any top 25 or top 50 athlete that comes to a black school, now they can make millions of dollars on their own likeness and image. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but did you hear about Master P's son? He's got a $2 million deal with this tech company.
Yeah, with the Lower Tech Company.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So when I'm saying now, anybody that's top 25, the cameras are going to follow them. And not only that, because of so many people are getting the interest, all it took was a spark for some people to come to HBCUs. People have been having this in their heart, top 25 players, top 50 players. It's been in their heart. And now that they're starting to come, now you're going to see it form. But after what you see Deion do this season coming up, with not just beating teams, but just the type of quality of team that he has, the culture, and what he's building, it's going to start driving all over the HBCUs, and so much money is going to be coming in all over the place. That, like I said, they can't be denied. They can't be denied to enter onto the league now because the talent is going back to the HBCUs. Like I said, you can't. If a person talented coming out of high school and he goes to a white school, then you're going to see that talent. It ain't the coach, like you said, Mr. Saban. It's not him. It's the talent. He just got an opportunity to coach that talent, but the talent is the one doing the work. Now you bring that talent back to the HBCUs, like with the coach like Deion or Eddie George, or what they're doing. It's just about to be an amazing time, and billions of dollars are about to come back to HBCUs. And like I said, the white schools are about to start getting nervous. They're gonna have to put some more incentives out there because the culture is changing. So I don't want to take up all your time, man. I love your show, man. Keep up the great work, man. People are watching you, and they may not be talking.
Hey, that's what's up, Dr. Lindsay. Appreciate it. You be safe on the road, my guy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, Coach Green, you live. Talk to me. What's good? Talk to me.
I'm good now. What's up, man?
No, chilling. What's good?
Hey.
How about them Suns?
Look,
Go ahead.
For the people that don't know, Deion actually, before he got the job at Jackson State, he got his degree from Talladega College, which is the HBCU that plays NAIA basketball, and they don't have no football team or nothing like that, but he got a hell of a band over there at Talladega.
Got you.
So that's for the people that don't know. Now, as far as black football comes, me growing up from Louisiana, there's only two HBCUs I knew about.
Southern and Grambling because I used to always watch the Bayou class. And my mom is a Southern fan. So I knew about Southern and Grambling. That's it. I ain't never heard of Alabama A&M, Alabama State. Never heard of them. Then, when I got to college, I started off at a PWI JUCO, but I wound up transferring to a JUCO that's a HBCU. For the people in Mississippi, they may know the name. I'm the last class to graduate from Mary Holmes Community College because funding they lost and wound up shutting down. Mary Holmes Community College at West Point, Mississippi. And the second school I went to that's HBCU is Russ College. Played ball there, coached there, and proud graduate of HBCU. So I got the credit to say what I'm about to say. These folks need to stop hating. Get a man his props. For the people that's in the circle, yeah, they all knew about the SWAC. That's in the small circle. You know, yeah, of course they had 6,000 fans go to Alabama State and Alabama A&M Magic City Classic. Yeah, they got 60,000 fans that went every year. That's for that people that's in that circle. What about the white folks and the other folks that don't know nothing about Alabama State that never heard of it, like when I never heard of it growing up? Now, for what he did over the summer, first his name, Deion Sanders. Everybody say, "Oh, Jackson State, what's Jackson State?" For the people that didn't know, that was in the Jackson State circle. Now, all this and all these people that flipped, the boy, Shedeur I was going to Georgia. People need to remember that. That boy was going to Georgia. If it wasn't for Deion, he would not be at Jackson State.
That's a bar. Let me go ahead and drop a bomb for you right there.
Golden, who came from Florida State, they played wide receiver and cornerback. He's 6'2" cornerback.
Boy, man, listen, that boy tall. When I saw him in
would not be
person,
at Jackson State.
That's another bar.
Yeah, he would not be at Jackson State. Auburn Miller would not have went to Jackson State and went for Deion. He probably would have found some other school and went to. Another FCS small school. So these people need to stop hating, man. Get a man his props. That's all they got to do. Get a man his props. He put us on the map, which is a good thing. Because our school need the money. All our HBCUs need all the funding that we can get. Because, hey, one thing people don't know about, because when that rumor came out about the Southland trying to stab some of my schools, what they didn't understand is none of the schools are going to leave and go to the Southland. But the simple fact is they get more money because we got all them classics. Our conference take way more money out than the Southland conference. So they ain't gonna leave that. They getting big money, but now more money gonna come into it because number one, we got all the classics now. Magic City, Orange Blossom, Bayou Classic. So the Boom Box Classic, the Soul Bowl, all of them is within the SWAC circle now. So these people need to just give Deion his props. And as far as BCU, I remember the guy talk about not making sense with Spears being an AD and basketball coach, which I understand. You know, yes, that's kind of tough to do. So hopefully he hired the right people around him as an assistant and everything and help him with that transition. And the thing is, the reason they brought him on as AD is what Jackson State brought Deion in for. He has got connections.
And they're going to use
played
those
in the league
connections.
a lot of years, coached in the league a lot of years, coached college basketball. Shoot, the man got connections. BCU been having funding problems. They almost closed their doors. They almost wasn't even part of the SWAC because they almost closed their doors. So they trying to do whatever they can to get money. So hey, let them do it. Let this man bring the money in. Maybe he may step down from the coach eventually and let somebody else coach, but let the man do what he do, as long as he brings money to the school that's needed.
Facts.
But that's pretty much all I had to say, man.
Hey, anytime, Coach Green. Appreciate the call, my guy.
All right.
All right. So real quick. All right. I know we got about 230 people on here. Want to give a quick little update. Listen, two things. Announcement. Tomorrow, 7:30 tomorrow. Alcorn grad and Green Bay wide receiver Chris Blair will be on the channel for an interview tomorrow, 7:30. All right, 7:30. I believe that's Eastern Standard Time. All right. If you have not followed me, listen, I'm about to put my banners up. Make sure you follow me on social media. All right. Make sure you subscribe. You follow me on OFFScript TV on Instagram. That's why I do all my updates for interviews as well as Twitter. If you want to cash at me anything, you see OFFScript TV right there. Boom. Facebook. You know what I'm saying? All that. Make sure you hit me up. Stuff like that. All right. Next thing. Friday. I ain't never made a promise in my life to y'all, and you know this for a fact. Listen, do not miss the Friday interview. I'm telling you that right now. I don't give a hoot nanny what you got to do on Friday. Listen to what I'm telling you. Find a babysitter. Give your kids to your grandma. You know what I'm saying? Take off early from work. Just be on here on Friday. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, they know you. The heavy hitters in the game. They know what I'm bringing for y'all on Friday. So don't act like. Listen, I'm telling you. You missed this live interview. You're gonna be mad. You can watch it again, but you're gonna be mad if you miss it live. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, it's going. Listen, Cut's telling you right now. It's going down on Friday. So don't miss out. I'm telling you right now. All right. Let me get back to this caller real quick. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Oh, snap. Just like that, I'm live.
Yes, sir. Just like that.
So, yeah, I'll return it down. So, yeah, quick question. How do you feel about JSU signing this new 4-star wide receiver? Just asking.
I don't have a problem with it, and if people don't know, he's actually signed to like 4 or 5 Power 5 schools, and they've all let him go. But his main issue is domestic violence. So I think if everybody deserves a second chance, I'm gonna say that right up. You know what I'm saying? You can prevent forest fires, correct? So my thing is only you can stop your opportunity to, if you do it again, you're messing up yourself. It's not really anything the coach would have done or anything somebody else did to you. You've put yourself in that predicament to mess up an opportunity. And I think this is a great opportunity. He's around a great bunch of coaches who are trying to turn boys into men. So I think that's a big thing. So I like the signing. I like that they're giving this young man a chance. And listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm Deion, at the end of the day, I've been around some of the biggest characters in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been around Michael Irvin. I've been around Charles Haley. I've been around, who else? Andre Rison. I've been around these characters, so I know how to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? I know how to deal with people. So I just think that's a good way to look at it. Wow, what's up?
So, yeah, I want to pick your brain about something.
Talk to me.
So, there's the SWAC, there's the MEAC. So there's also another small company, so you most likely know about them, but the SIAC.
Yeah, SIAC.
Pretty much that's like Albany State, Miles, SIAC.
Fort Valley, Savannah.
So I do understand, us wanting to, HBCUs wanting to compete with, the bigger Division II schools, the bigger ones, want to be in the playoffs. But sometimes I wonder, what if we Malcolm X this year? What if we have our own playoffs? I want to see the SWAC in there. I want to see the MEAC. Fuck it. Let's see excuse my friend. Let's see the SIAC. Let's see it.
All right, so
let's see it. Deion talk about we should have our own championship. Let's see it. I would love to see that, because guess what it's gonna bring? Revenue. Guess you tell me black people would not be like, dang, we got our own playoffs and stuff. Road trip.
What's your name?
Malachi.
All right, Malachi. Let me holler at you real quick. Right. There's two ways you can look at this. There's 2 ways you can look at this, right? One way you can look at it is like, with black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful, because just because you make it a black thing doesn't mean black people are going to attend. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're betting your money on black people to come out and support, and black people aren't notorious for coming out and support. You see what I'm saying? That's one. right? My next thing is this.
Mm-hmm.
The real money is not going to come from you doing it in-house. See, and that's the problem with the SWAC conference and the Celebration Bowl, to me, is that you're only beating up your neighbors. You're only beating up people on your block. You're not going out to really show. And like if Alabama only, well, I can't say only beat up the SEC, but if Alabama didn't play anybody outside the SEC, they'd be like, bro, like, okay, take that somewhere else. But you see SEC teams beat other people outside their conference. So it's like, okay, this conference has validity. But with the SWAC, there's no North Carolina A&T that are going out to do certain, they're showing their dominance in other conferences to be like, yo, this SWAC conference is no joke. Like they really beat up on each other. That's why people take the SEC, and I'm not trying to compare the two. I'm just trying to give you a visual of it, right?
Yeah.
That's why people respect the ACC so much, because they beat people out their conference and then they come in and then beat up on themselves. So when you win the SEC, it's like you really won something, because they know how powerful that conference can be. The SWAC needs a North Carolina A&T. The SWAC needs a North Carolina A&T that steps outside HBCU football and beats white schools. And it's not to say that gives them like credibility, but you want to get that. You want to get that stigma of, yo, it's not
that notoriety.
Yes, you just don't want to get that stigma of we only beat people in our conference. We step out and go do something. So even if Jackson State never goes to an FCS playoffs, Deion has to schedule a game against North Dakota State, has to schedule a game against U of H, has to schedule a game against Sam Houston State. Like you got to step out your box.
Yeah, so I'm not disagreeing with you. On that. Yes, you do have to step out and test your mettle. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, I guess what I'm getting at this is, I understand what you're saying, black people, when it comes to supporting all that, coming out. But shit, the way I don't been to HBCU games. I don't see Albany State play, Tuskegee. Shit, seem like people be out there, even if the team is not even all that good. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with going out, and you hit it right on the head. JSU does need to play North Dakota State. I would love to see that when JSU actually get the engine turning, get the wheels turning and everything. I would love to see that, but I'm basically saying there's nothing wrong with going out there, playing those other schools. You're right about that. But there's also nothing wrong with having your own. That's just my opinion, Scotty.
And it's not.
I'm gonna leave with that.
It's not, Malachi. And the reason it's cool to have your own. Like, let's say if the SEC had their own playoff system, everybody will watch it because they know how good the teams are. You see what I'm saying? And once again, I'm not comparing the SEC to the SWAC. I'm just saying you have to have a reason for people to come watch you do your own thing. That's my whole thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to have people want to watch. Now, do I agree with you? Do I think there needs to be I think with Deion Sanders being there, I think more football always lends to more eyes. So, you want to build off this publicity that you got going on. So why not have a 14 playoff to get into the Celebration Bowl? Why not have a 14 playoff to just add more, because it's like,
damn.
Think about it.
You just took the words out of my mouth. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the years that Casey played at Jackson State, right? If they were number 2 against Alabama State and you got Grambling and Southern on the other side, that would have been dope. 1 against 4, 2 against 3, and they meet up. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's different, but it's dope. So, but I just think more football at this point in time means more money and more eyes, and you want that. You just want more football. So that's my thing.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thanks for letting me get on here.
Hey, no problem. Anytime, Mike. I appreciate the call, my guy. Listen, I love the SWAC competition. I love the rivalry, but at some point in time, you have to step off your block. You got to come off your porch. You got to come off your stoop, and you got to go knock out the bully that's down the street, not the person to your left or to your right. And I think I think Deion Sanders has that mindset to take it that way, but I think a lot of schools in SWAC are so opposed to it because they're so used to doing what they've always done, which is play each other. You need a JSU to get into the playoffs. You need. I don't care about how much money the Celebration Bowl brings. It doesn't matter because nobody watches it. Nobody care. Like hashtag irrelevant. Nobody care. Nobody knows the football you've played. Nobody knows. Like, come on. Like, let's keep it a whole buck out here. Like, nobody cares. North Carolina A&T made that game relevant because of the simple fact they beat teams outside their conference. So they had a little name on themselves. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this. Yes, the Celebration Bowl gives you $1 million, but if I'm Deion, I got to give up that little bit of money. It's not a little bit, but I got to give up that money to make my name relevant, to make my conference relevant. Because if Jackson State goes out and runs the table in the SWAC, let's say Jackson State goes 9-1 and they lose to Alabama A&M, right? Or they lose the Southern or whatever, but they win, they run through the FCS playoffs. You're like, bro, and teams are going head to head with Jackson State, and they were like, oh shoot, them teams in the SWAC might be cooking something. So it's stuff like that, man. Like that I feel as though you gotta have it. I'm late. Nobody watches the Celebration Bowl. No, who watches the Celebration Bowl? Like it's like the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Like nobody cares. It's like the Taco Bell Bowl. Nobody cares. It's like the Kohan Bowl. Nobody cares. All them irrelevant bowls, you're just added into it. You just add into it. What's up, cuzzo? This is top notch. Your composure and command behind the mic is grown off script, babe. Hey, appreciate you, my cuzzo. JSU when Casey was played Mississippi State. The Celebration Bowl is always in top 10 attendance. Oh my gosh. Listen, attendance and viewership are two different things. Explain to me why y'all make it so difficult when I'm trying to explain something to you. All right. Attendance is the people that actually go to the game. You know that. Viewership is what ESPN cares about. ESPN does not care about the tickets getting sold to the game. They don't care about that. It's not the same. Yes, your attendance is great. Whoop-de-doo, you show up. It's not about that. It's do people turn on to see you? Do people click off of another game to make sure they go see this game? No, they don't. Okay? You know the people at attendance at that is the people on the block. You're making my point. Try again. Hey, caller, you're live. Talk to me.
What's up, this Double T?
What's up, Double T?
Y'all gotta get it straight like you explaining it. It's fan base and attendance is two different things. These big conferences, they got their own little broadcasting network. They ain't got their broadcasting network because ain't nobody watching. They got their broadcasting network because they got a big fan base. So when y'all get attendance, get it right. SWAC's average stadium is 3 times larger than the average FCS stadium. Average FCS stadium is 12 to 15,000 people. JSU sit 62,000? That's almost an FBS school stadium. That's the only reason y'all lead in attendance. Y'all average attendance is 40,000. James Madison, between their stadium and their broadcasting network, their average game, they get 60, 70,000 people between the stadium and the fans watching the network. That's a game. So y'all can't compare. Y'all get, we got the high attendance, we get so much money. They got broadcasting networks that they got commercials. That commercials pay for spots on their broadcasting network. That's how they get paid. That's all, dog. Good show.
Appreciate you, my guy. Let me see this real quick. Okay. Let me see. I'm more of a factual based kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you something real quick. Let me because people think they know, but they don't. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna read you something. Despite a high-scoring, record-setting game that saw a combined 108 points between Alcorn State and North Carolina A&T, television ratings for the 5th installment of the Celebration Bowl did not reflect the excitement and big plays on the field. Viewership for the Aggies' 64-44 win over Brave State in Atlanta was down 25% and 23% in total viewership, with 1.8 million viewers, according to the Neeson Times. Though Monday, 7 of the 8 bowl games started the bowl season, New Orleans Bowl dropped 20. So listen, the inaugural Celebration Bowl in Alcorn State drew a 1.9 overnight rate. So what I'm telling you is that people are not tuning in. Like, let's call a spade a spade. I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie about this. People aren't tuning into your games. I just read the stat off, my guy. What are we talking about? 2.6 million viewers. You know how small that is compared to TV? Man, I'm not about to do it. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hello, Scotty.
What's up?
If somehow I die of a heart attack, it's because of this show. Because I might as well be Malcolm X, because it's like nobody knows what HBCU stands for and why it originated. Hello?
I was assuming you was gonna go into one of your soliloquies. So
okay, so no one knows the origin of HBCUs, which is something that people need to think about. It goes beyond football. And then finally, Tennessee State leaves the MEAC. Subsequently, North Carolina A&T leaves the MEAC. Now the MEAC we don't know what's going to happen with it. So let's say JSU has success. Then who knows what's going to happen with the SWAC? That was my program. That was my football conference. That's something I always supported. So now you bring some default Negro who didn't get a job at his alma mater, messes up a tradition that I always loved.
Mr. Malcolm.
Because
Mr. Malcolm, hold on.
He comes in and has some success, and then it changes the whole, and then everything changes. Not only with the football program, but also within
Mr. Malcolm. Let me stop you.
Within academia.
Stop, Mr. Malcolm. Let me stop you real quick. How can you get on here and talk about how black people this, black people that, and you keep saying a black Negro? Like, can we not do that? Can we not do that? I mean, like,
I just said. What did I say? I said default Negro.
You said a default Negro. Can we not? That's all I'm asking. Can we not?
Do you know what that is?
Can we?
Okay,
not?
I won't use that term.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
But when I use this, don't value this. First of all, don't exploit our institutions.
Who's exploiting?
Because as I said before, he didn't come to JSU because he really, he said it was a calling and all that stuff. I'm
exploiting.
Am I the only?
I don't care what else you're talking about.
Who can look at that and say that was so inauthentic?
Listen. Explain, exploit. I'm asking a question, my guy. This is not your show. I'm asking you a question. Explain, exploit. Explain to me how it's exploiting JSU. Explain that to me.
Because he's doing it for his own benefit.
Okay, stop. This is like.
Can I just say this? I won't ever call your show again, Scotty, because I'm not really liking the direction.
I'm trying to have a dialogue.
You would not have.
I'm trying to have a dialogue with you.
Stated.
You're a college-educated young man. I'm trying to have a dialogue. You know what that means, right? That means you speak, I speak. Okay? So, does JSU not get anything back from Deion doing what he's doing? Yes or no? That's a question. Don't need it. It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no. Now, Cat, got your tongue?
Short term, yes. Long term, no.
Okay, so how is that exploitation if somebody is getting something from the other person?
Because you're doing damage to the tradition.
So whose tradition?
So hopefully some old heads get it. Like, I don't even consider my old head. I'm only 43. But my point is, I know what's about to happen. And it's not a good thing long term for those who always went to an HBCU because they love their heritage.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question.
Some of the callers out here.
Let me ask you a question. What do you say to coaches outside of the SWAC that go to schools for 1 or 2 years, win a couple games, and leave? Is that not exploiting? Yes or no? Yes or no? It's as simple as that.
Okay. You're college educated. I know that. I think you're great, Scotty.
No, that's like
this is the last statement.
Yes or no
I'm not going to waste no more time, Scott. My whole point is I heard a college professor when he was making a reference to UNC, and I see the same thing going on with Deion.
It's not the
with
same.
An HBCU.
It's not the same.
Just like with Coach Odom at Southern and some of these other schools, when you become a coach or a professor at those schools, it's because you want to be there. You want to help.
We're talking about.
You already see the value.
We're talking about.
You see the value because it represents yourself.
No, Malcolm.
And there's nothing beyond that. You understand you're not going to make $1 million per year. You're there because you really want to bring that program up and develop young men.
You're making
our
this
football is
personal.
not no
You're making it personal,
so
Malcolm.
guys can get to the NFL. We just have to have the best talent in the 70s.
Malcolm, God, dog, listen. For somebody who's college educated, you are the most hard-headed
viewer
I've ever seen.
Don't try to diminish me, young man.
I said you're college educated,
because
but you're hard-headed. You're
hard-headed. I hate to call you what you are. You're a transplant.
No, listen.
You're trying to tell me something that you don't even know about. You don't know the history.
I'm asking a question. It's not about history when it comes to this question. The history has nothing to do with your point of exploitation. My thing is this. If a college professor is working at an HBCU and gets offered a job at Yale, is that exploitation? Yes or no? Is that exploitation? Yes or no? They've used the program to get to another spot. Is that exploitation? Yes or no? It's just as simple as that. Answer the question for me.
Because as a college graduate, you know it's circumstantial. It can't ever just be yes or no.
Oh my gosh.
It depends on the circumstances. It depends on the circumstances. You know that.
And you know what the circumstances are? The circumstances are
the only reason, and I apologize.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. I can't. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yo, this is DJ Twizzer, straight out of Jackson, Mississippi.
Holla at me.
You got all these downers on calling the show right now, man. I don't know what they on. I don't know why they tripping, but I like what's going on at Jackson State. It's impacting the culture, man. I don't think some of these old heads are getting it right now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And they bringing down the show, man. I see the mood changing.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I like what you're doing. Keep it up, fam.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Anytime.
Keep doing what you're doing, pushing. Hey, I support you 100%, fam.
Hey, I'll always appreciate the love, my guy. Anytime.
Oh yeah.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey man, it's Fernando. I gotta call back. Oh man, these guys are driving me crazy with his story and with all this wokeness, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is all right. So let's talk about history. History is the reason why the HBCUs are where they are now.
Mm-hmm.
History is where the dollars are not coming to these HBCUs. So history is what's causing us to finally have skin in the game when it comes to bringing back the players that were going to some of these big schools. So we want to talk about history. Let's talk about history when Alabama didn't want us there until we beat them. And they realized that black people were beating them, so they started bringing black players in.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X, that's what he said, maybe I'm the only Malcolm X. Maybe you are. And sometimes us being woke gets in our way. And we have to get out our own way sometimes. So I just had to get that out, man.
No, I appreciate it. I definitely do. Appreciate the call, my guy. Anytime.
All right.
Thanks. Hey, what's up, Coach Green? Talk to me. Coach Green, talk to me.
What's up, man?
What's good?
I'm surprised I got live this fast, man. Hey, look. Malcolm be making me upset, bro. Malcolm really be making me upset. And then he always and when you try to correct him, he always throw, well, you never went to HBCU. So since he always gonna throw that in your face, I'm gonna throw out a little history for him.
Talk to him.
Did he forget Prairie View A&M almost shut their doors because of financial situations? They had to play in the 90s, early 90s, without scholarship. And got their ass. One game they got beat 84-0 because they had a whole bunch of non-scholarship players on the team. Because nobody that know how to actually play didn't want to play for a non-scholarship team. Did he not also remember that not too long ago, Bethune-Cookman almost closed their doors because of financial situations? So we need to do whatever we need to do. If Deion is exploiting us, we're going to exploit Deion so we can get money to our school. That's what he need to look at.
That's facts. That's big facts.
They need money. So, you know what Bethune-Cookman? They using Reggie Theus to get some money into their school. Why not? Hey, we're going to make you AD and coach. Give us some money. Call up all your corporate partners. Smart business.
Yeah.
Smart business. Oh, and then Deion always preached this. If this dude's so small about, he's not listening to what Deion say. He always say, I'm not teaching my guys just to be professionals in the NFL. I'm teaching them to be professionals in the business world. Professionals out there other than football, because everybody's not going to make it to the league, which is true. University of Alabama can have 5 All-Americans come off that team. Probably 3 or 2 will make it to the league. So we got to understand this. Hey, Jackson State putting out you know why they've been practicing at the stadium? Because they're working on the practice field and putting turf down right now.
Come on, man. If that's not a benefit, come on, man. And if you didn't see that practice field before, it looked like trash.
Trash. Deion said it was trash. Now, when it rains and the next day, they can practice on it because it's turf.
Exactly.
It's not all muddy.
Facts.
Then they're supposed to be bringing turf to the new stadium, but Deion said that I'm not wasting that money on that. Let's build a new stadium. He said if it's up to him, he rather them not waste money on putting turf in the stadium. He rather them waste the money in building a new stadium.
I appreciate it, Coach Green. I gotta let you go because I got.
Let us advance.
I gotta let you go.
Hey, one more time to say this, and then I'll be done. The Celebration Bowl is big money, but the teams that finish second, third, maybe even fourth, they could go off to the FCS playoff.
No, that's what's up. I know.
So
that's what we need.
Yeah, they could do it like that, which they really can. I think the only problem is maybe Grambling and Southern may have problem with the dates because of
Bayou Classic.
You know, where the Bayou Classic fall on.
Yeah. Appreciate the call though, Coach.
But other than that,
sorry, I had to let you go, Coach. My bad. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Turn your background down.
Scott.
Yeah, turn your background down. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up? Talk to me.
Chilling, man. Hey, man, this Chris from Cincinnati, man.
This Chris from Cincinnati. What's up, Chris? Where you been at?
Hey,
You've been working, huh?
Hey, man, what's up, my guy, man? Hey, man, let me say this, man, because I can't talk too long. Damn boss get on my damn nerves.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Let me say this, man. I see why them dudes transfer. Got a whole All-American team came in. They came in the locker room and started calling all the current players
all the current players' little bruh. So you knew they was out. You knew they was out. They walked in the locker room, bruh, looked at everybody and said, "What up, little bruh? What y'all about to do?" Man, they all looked at the motherfucking new players like, "Oh, hell no. Hey, man, where you going, bruh?" "I'm going to such and such school. I'm going to such and such school." Hey, one cat probably said he going back to high school and see if he can redo his senior year, nigga. Motherfuckers is sick right now. Hey, we 4-star this, transfer 5-star that. Man, them niggas said, man, I came out of high school as a half-star. I ain't got no damn chance. I ain't got no damn chance. I came out as a half-star. This nigga in front of me that they just brought in, he got 4.5. I'm through over here. You know what I'm saying? He knew it was over. They all walked in prime office. They all just threw their equipment down. Like, look, bro, we out. We ain't got time for this shit. They all just walked in there, just threw their equipment down, bro. Like, bro, we threw. They didn't even take it back to the damn locker room. They walked in and told Prime, nigga, you can hide this shit. I'll see what you're trying to do. Yeah, man. Hey, when I seen all these ladies signing, I said, yeah, I can see why I have the damn team transferring out. I can definitely see it. But hey, man, I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, man. Shit, until I gotta get my ass back to work, man, before they try to get my ass a write-up. So
Chris,
I'm gonna let you, bro, but I'll be there.
Hey, make sure you call in.
I'll be sure to get back with you.
Please and thank you, Chris.
Later, bro. Later.
Hey, we gonna end it off that real talk. That's my man Chris from Cincinnati. I'm telling you, it's the funniest man I know. I swear to God. I swear to God. Appreciate him for calling in on his work day. That's real talk. That's love. Hey, listen, we gonna end it right here. I know I sound like I'm a late night R&B DJ, but I got a roommate and I ain't trying to be loud to wake him up. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it low. You know, smooth jazz. 105.9. Coming straight on your airways and byways. All right. This is one for the ladies. Strictly for the ladies.
What kind of shit is that?
Hey. But I'm going to catch y'all next time. Listen, hey, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.